When these Egyptian voters heard that ballots were being stuffed with fraudulent votes, they stormed the polling station, threw the ballot boxes outside, and set them on fire. This footage allegedly shows several people filling out fake ballots. Al Jazeera could not independently verify the authenticity of these pictures. In Mahalla, over 1,000 opposition supporters, mainly from the Muslim Brotherhood, gathered at the main stadium where Sunday's votes were being tallied late into the evening. But as the count dragged on and tensions mounted, violence broke out as police tried to break up those on hand to witness the vote counting. It capped a day of violence that Egyptian civil society and Human Rights Watch blamed on the government.
The point I'd like to make is the violence we saw was very much a controlled violence. The authorities seemed to be in charge of what happened and when.
Egypt's High Elections Commission acknowledged some irregularities and violence, but said despite canceling Sunday's vote at a few polling stations, the elections were a success, and the results will undoubtedly stand once announced. One outcome most already know is that the Muslim Brotherhood, which is banned as a political party in Egypt but fields candidates as independents, will not have the same presence it did in the past parliament, where it had 88 seats. Dr. Mohammed al-Baltagi, a senior member of the Muslim Brotherhood who managed to secure enough votes to force a runoff, says the real challenge will be what the Muslim Brotherhood and by extension Egypt's opposition can now do.
When it comes to the future, I'm sure that the people of Egypt will further agree and support the idea of change, especially when it comes to ending the emergency laws and preparing the way for a fair election that can be monitored by the whole world.
No one in Egypt doubts who is going to win the majority of the seats, but the question is, what does it mean for the future of Egypt and its civil society, which have had to endure the rule of the National Democratic Party for the past 30 years and will have to do so for at least another 5. Ayman Muhyiddin, Al Jazeera, Cairo.